In the nightcap, we also have a huge SEC matchup here between two teams that are in a very similar situation to the game that we just got done talking about. That game being Oklahoma and Alabama. This one is Texas and Georgia at 6:30. Georgia's a 6.5 point favorite at home, with a 59% chance to win, according to ESPN. Quinn, which way are you leaning in this one? This is a very pivotal matchup here.
This is a huge game. Okay. Texas is another team, just like Oklahoma, that's back against the wall mode. Georgia's a team that can afford a loss. I'm not really sure. They don't want to lose to Texas. I don't want anyone to think that's what I'm trying to say here. It's just
Yeah.
they still have a rivalry game with Georgia Tech at the end of the year where they can get a quality ranked win there and go in as a 10-2 team, probably still get a first round bye. It'll just change which number seed they are instead of 5. You know what I mean? Like, that's really all that's at stake for Georgia in this game. Georgia's chance to make the SEC title game is pretty slim at this point. I guess their path is A&M loses a game and they win this game because this is their last SEC game of the year. So it's not an impossible path. I mean, you're telling me, oh, how impossible is it that Texas A&M goes and loses to their daddy, Texas, in Austin? It's not that shocking to me. The question I have is Texas for real? You know, I came on here and I got slammed for it. After the Ohio State Texas game, I said both of these teams are still going to be in the playoff.
Yeah.
And I think fairly, you pushed back and said, I don't know, that Texas offense looked bad. And I was like, no, it was the Ohio State defense is elite. Both of those were true, actually. The offense wasn't very good, and Ohio State's defense was elite. Georgia has struggled to start fast, minus the Kentucky game and the Mississippi State game. Congratulations, you started fast on Kentucky and Mississippi State. This Texas defense is good, so I guess they started fast on Ole Miss too. Also a great defense though. I don't think they're going to start fast on Texas's defense. Let's just call that what it is. So the question is, will Texas keep up this energy they've had in the comeback against Mississippi State? So let's start at the start of the fourth quarter of the Mississippi State game and then the full Vandy game. Do they bring that energy offensively? If they do, they could pull this off. Their offense could score enough points early that defense could keep Georgia from coming back. Here's what I keep settling on when it comes to Oklahoma and Texas. And I know their fans are going to get mad when I say it. It's going to take a couple years for them to adjust to these road venues. We've already seen it with Texas this year. They played like garbage against Florida. They lost to Florida. Okay. Mm-hmm. They should have lost to Mississippi State and to Kentucky. Overtime wins over Mississippi State and Kentucky and a loss to Florida on the road. That's their road performances in SEC play. Newsflash, that atmosphere in Athens is going to be way tougher than anything else I just listed. Because even though Georgia doesn't need this win, they want this win. You kidding me? The Georgia fans would love to eliminate Texas and continue to laugh at them. We beat you in your place. We beat you in Atlanta, and now we beat you in our place. It's 3 up, 3 down. Get out of here. This is our conference. Should have never left the Big 12. That's going to be the attitude that fan base has when you come into their house. Part of me loves to believe in the narrative that Texas is going to just miraculously save their season here at the end of the year. But I don't see it. I think they exposed a Vandy team that, frankly, it's just lucky to be where they're at. Vandy should have had more, and credit to them, they closed games out well. But they had to go on the road to a big boy stadium and they got pantsed.
Yep.
Just like did when they went to Tuscaloosa, just like they will when they go to Knoxville. Spoiler alert. I just don't like them in this spot, having to go on the road to Athens in true road venues, because the Cotton Bowl for Oklahoma, it's not a home game, but it's not a road game either. It's a true neutral. So I like Georgia in this spot. I don't know how they're going to do it, but unless you have a script A on your chest, you're not beating Georgia. Like you just that's the only team that has proven that they can do it. I mean, sure, they've had other losses here and there. They lost to Ole Miss last year. They lost a game to Florida in COVID season. But like it's really hard to put Georgia down. So give me the Bulldogs.
I think something's interesting. This is the third matchup that we've seen between Texas and Georgia within the past 2 seasons. They played twice last year and then this one. Fun fact, Texas has been in the SEC for 13 years now, and Georgia Texas has played one time. So glad that we're going to a 9-game conference schedule in the SEC. Just wanted to bring that up because it's really upsetting. We don't have matchups that we should get, and now we're finally going to get them with the way that the schedule is going to rotate. That's a tangent that I wanted to talk about, and I'm glad I did, because we've seen these two teams play. Now, granted, these teams are different from last year to this year. I get that. I'm not trying to draw comparisons, all that stuff. But what I am going to say is I'm going to stand 10 toes down on what I said after that Ohio State game, and I'm glad you brought that up. Texas' offense is trash. I don't care if Arch Manning looks good in 1 or 2 games here or there. They're not what they were supposed to be.
Let me pose this to you just real quick.
Okay.
His numbers when he's not pressured are really, really, really good. And Georgia has been insanely bad at pressuring the quarterback.
Hey, they did good last week.
They did good against State. The offensive linemen at State are not offensive linemen.
But has Arch played well on the road?
Yeah.
Has Arch played well against teams to the caliber of Georgia? Sort of. Because they haven't really played many.
I'll say this, Arch played good on the road against State, but take that for what?
I just don't see a world where Texas goes into Athens, Georgia, and beats Georgia. I see a way it happens when you talk just football and no external factors. But that's not what college football is. That's what the NFL is about. College football is all about external factors. College football is all about going on the road and your first time going into a place, and all about these different storylines that are within the game here. Kirby Sark. Sark, there's a whole bunch of things about Sark calling plays, how he should step down from that or what have you. And then there's the thing with Kirby of, well, your defense really isn't what it used to be. So there's all these different storylines, and that's why I love college football so much, because you never know what's going to happen on any given Saturday, and that is a plug to the SEC documentary on Netflix. So go watch it if you haven't. I just don't see a world where Texas is going to be able to win. Can they? Sure. Are they talented enough? Yes. So, like, Sarkisian's a great coach. He has the ability. Texas has the ability. I think Arch Manning is a good quarterback. I just think he was unfairly hyped for no reason early on. And that's the problem, is that all we do is we focus on what the hype was, and he's not living up to that, which is unfair to him because he shouldn't have been the highest rated high school recruit ever. It was just because of the name on the back of his jersey. I'm a firm believer in that, and that's no shot at him. I think that's just facts. And I think he's playing to the level that I think he is, which is a good, serviceable SEC quarterback.
I think he's growing. Like Arch Manning these last few weeks versus where he was early in the year, he's grown as a player.
He has. And I think Sark has grown as a play caller around him as well. And I think that, and those are things that you don't talk about, right? Like people don't talk about week to week is the growth and all that. And toward the end of the year, you can look back and see all that. So I'm hoping for a great game. I think this will be a great game. But man, it's a Georgia Bulldog type of game here. They win these sort of games unless Gunnar Stockton gets hurt, unless certain things outside of the normal realm of a football game happen. They win these games.
I'll tell you what, Texas just needs to take the Longhorn logo off. They need to put numbers on their helmets. Okay. And then, like, they'll win.
Darken their color to more of like a red color.
Yeah, they got to do that. Just copy the uniform style. You know?
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for watching. It's been 3 bold takes. We just did 6 or 7 games here on week 12 of the college football season. I'm Freddie, been joined by Quinn. I appreciate you watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week as always.